What is up, everybody? Welcome to Surviving Rocklahoma. I am your host with the locks that rocks, Adam Richmond, and this is your official podcast of Rocklahoma. How is everybody doing tonight? Hopefully everyone is feeling well. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Sorry, the live stream kicked off a little late today. I have a persistent audio issue that was literally driving me nuts. There was a super bad echo. So you guys let me know if we fix that before we continue, because we got a lot of stuff to talk about and I don't want this thing to be hard to listen to. Well, more so than it already is, right? So, once again, this is Surviving Rocklahoma, your official podcast of Rocklahoma, and we are bringing you all kinds of news. Now, I don't have a whole lot of news on the Rocklahoma front other than it's renewal season. And we're going to be talking about that here a little bit later in the show, as well as the Little Country sister of Rocklahoma, Born and Raised Country Music Festival. We've also got some upcoming shows coming on. I have a couple of submissions from the Rock Box. We've got 19 Never, a band that I've never had the pleasure of experiencing, but they submitted to the Rock Box, and we're going to play that for you guys this evening. Thank you so much to those bands who submit their music. SurvivingRocklahoma@gmail.com. We've also got a couple of events we've been talking about. One big show is going to be taking place this weekend, and I'll tell you who else is going to be playing. We've also got a winner. We've got a winner that I was supposed to announce last week, but, I got that nasty flu that had been going around, and it looks like I've got another Rockavet keyword, and we're going to be bringing you all of this stuff here in the show. Let me pull up a message real quick so I can make sure I get the right stuff here. Now, in the meantime, what are you guys doing? How was your week? We took the week off here. Drop in the comments. Let me know how your last couple of weeks were. We, as I said, Monday, I had the flu, came down with the flu, and easily within 8 to 12 hours, I was absolutely miserable. And I'll share my experience here in a little bit. But first, let's go ahead and pay some bills. First up, let's give a shout out to DEB Concerts. And Rocky will be doing. They've already opened up the renewals for Rocklahoma, and Doug will be bringing the DEB concert stage inside of the Roadhouse, as he's done for many years, and he is proud to support the local music scene as well, and I'm not sure what all we've got going on. I haven't seen any tips or any leads on who's playing. I know one band that will be playing Rocklahoma 2025, and I am absolutely bound to secrecy. And it's not one of our headliners, but it is a band I'm very excited to see, and I can't wait. Also, we want to give a huge shout out to At Your Service Rentals, the only place where I know of that will bring you a portable restroom and a swimming pool to your campsite for the music festival. You can squat in confidence, or you can cool off your feet in those cool pools. And let me tell you, they add hours to your day, and you don't have to share a restroom with anybody if you don't want to. So that's pretty cool too. So if you would like your own restroom or facilities at Rocklahoma or Born and Raised Country Music Festival, do me a favor and check out AYS Rentals. You don't want to be like that guy over there. Hey, buddy, what are you doing over there?
Dinner was full.
Yeah, I didn't call At Your Service Rentals. Also, we want to give a lot of love to our veterans, the men and women in arms who put it all on the line to fight for our freedoms, which is something very near and dear to Rockavet's heart. They believe music is medicine, and that's their mission statement, folks. That's all they want to do is give music to our veterans and our first responders and blue and gold star families. Jason Polk and all the crew at Rockavet has been giving away concert tickets for several years now, and with no sign of slowing down. They've also got some big things on their horizon that they're not quite at liberty to talk about. I know Brandy and Heath of Black Pearl, aka Sound Pearl, has an amazing show coming up at the Shrine, March 29th. All those details are all on the Rockavet as well. I can't wait to go and catch that show. Now, we've also been doing prizes, code words for Rockavet. Now, if you're keeping score, well, first of all, good for you. If you're a veteran, veteran first responder or Blue and Star Gold family, well, I've got an opportunity for you to win a GA pass to Rocklahoma 2015, and we've been giving out code words each and every week here on the podcast, and this week is no different. This week's keyword is victory. That's right, folks. If you would like to claim your GA passes and victory by all you got to do is save up these code words. Now, the winner will be announced on the 4th of July. So Independence Day, we will know who our winner is of that GA pass to Rocklahoma, courtesy of Rockavet. We also want to give a shout out to the Rocklahoma bitches, aka the Redneck bitches. These ladies have been supporting not only this show, but the Rocklahoma community and the local music scene abroad. We absolutely love our Rocklahoma bitches. Christy and Kendra are always there bringing the hype, keeping the attitude light, and keep us feeling just right to get out and party and love that live music. So thank you so much to the Rocklahoma bitches. And remember, Rocklahoma bitches and the Redneck bitches have been donating guitars for the last couple of years for our giveaway at Rocklahoma. And we've been doing this giveaway through the scavenger hunt. Huge thank you to David and Jason, David and Justin, aka George Washington and the Flamingo, for doing that scavenger hunt so we can make sure these folks work for it. They earn it. They want those guitars. And courtesy of Justin Hoppy and David, we've got their trial. We got their prizes courtesy of Rockavet and the Rocklahoma bitches. And these guitars are absolutely beautiful. We get them signed by all of the artists that we encounter in the media area at Rocklahoma and Born and Raised Country Music Festival. And that's always a highlight, seeing a fan carry away this priceless guitar, and they didn't even have to shell out tens of thousands of dollars for it. So absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, girls. Also, we want to get a lot of love to our proud partner and sponsor, Rebel Angel of Photography by Angel Lee, who has been taking stunning photographs for us for the last 3 years of all of the music festivals we've been covering, including Rocklahoma, Rock the River, and Rock the Equinox. Now, what all are we going to be covering this year? Who knows? She's already made an appearance last week at the birthday get together for Brandy and Heath. happy belated birthday to our great friends at Camp Black Pearl, aka Sound Pearl. And I couldn't make it due to the flu. I had originally intended to go, but I didn't want to get anybody sick. But I'm so glad Rebel was able to make it up there and represent the podcast. Now, if you would like to see some samples of her amazing work, all you got to do is look up Photography by Angel Lee on Facebook. And she is also booking sessions. So if you are in need of a photo shoot for your band, your family, or you just want some great photographs, well, holler at my good friend Rebel Angel of Photography by Angel Lee. We also want to give a lot of love to the big old bus, bringing a busload of debauchery to Rocklahoma and a couple of other festivals as well. You know, they just love to facilitate a good time, and they turn their campsite at Rocklahoma to just one of the coolest parties I've ever been to. You can't miss them when you walk down that main road in between over by the ADA GA area. They've just got the huge pole, the huge crowds. Shannon and crew are always on hand, making sure everybody is staying safe and having a great time. So we want to let's give a lot of love to the bus. Also, we want to shout out to Metalcore Clothing and thank them for making our fine threads. If you would like an official Surviving Rocklahoma t-shirt, whether it be featuring this logo you see here on the screen, our wonderful mascot Mayhem, if you would like your shirt, you can shoot us an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. We've also got a couple of other styles, including a proud member of my local music scene. Now, we've also got merch abroad. We've got us a Teespring, and we've got all kinds of accessories and really cool stuff. You can find that link on our Facebook page and look for that Linktree link, and you can find all of that great merch that'll support the show. But with that, folks, I think it's time for us to go ahead and kick off the show, and we like to do so by trying a new beverage. And as we crack open every show, we crack open a cold one. And if I'm going to be drinking a beer live on air, well, I'd like to try some new things. Maybe you like to try new beers. Well, this one is Lightning Lemonada. This is lemonade, Marin Mediterranean style. It's 4.5% alcohol by volume. And you can get this. This is by Anthem Brewing. You can get yours at Prior Liquor Wines and Spirits. Remember, folks, if you've got a party coming up, you've got a big weekend, or you just need some suds to keep you silly, well, all you got to do is holler at Prior Liquor Wines and Spirits, and I'm having on good authority that if they ain't got it, I'm pretty sure Monty can get it. So give them a lot of love. And you know what? I tell you what, folks, on behalf of Prior Liquors, Wines, and Spirits, raise up your glass and let's throw out a cheers. Cheers to you all, everybody. All right. So I like that. That is, I can very much taste the lemonade or lemonada. And, you know, it's pretty good. I dig it. It's probably not as good as those strawberry things that I was drinking a few weeks back. But he sent me a 6-pack, and I am definitely going to finish that one tonight. What are you guys sipping on? Drop it down here in the comments. We'd like to see what everyone is imbibing on. Maybe you're not sipping. Maybe you're just taking a little puffy puff, or having your little dinner or snack. We'd like to see what everybody is having for their refreshments. While we're doing that, let me go into the comments. I see a lot of folks in there. I see, speaking of, Brandy and Heath of Black Pearl. I see Christy Gross, my co-hostess with the mostess of Camp Mardi Gras. We celebrated 10 years this past year at Rocklahoma for our Mardi Gras after party, our masquerade after party we've been doing for 10 years. And it was an absolute blast. We want to thank everybody for coming out. I also see Nicole. What is up, Nicole? Haven't seen you in a bit, girl. What up, sis? Kay Johnson is in the comments. Jarrett McWilliams. I can't. I'm heading into work. I'll toast a cheers when I get home. That's fine, buddy. And my boy Alejandro Farinas, smoking on that slumper from a Bad Boy Exotic. Nice, buddy. Well, I tell you what, let's go ahead and crack into the show. You know, this past week I was going to go live when, as I was saying, I got the flu A. It is very much going around, so bad so that my son's elementary school had to shut down on Friday due to so many students, faculty, and staff having the flu. So, how is it going around your area? Remember, folks, you guys wash your hands. I strongly suggest just taking up as many of those COVID protocols as you can. Keep your distance, isolate and quarantine yourself so that you don't spread those germs. It is very, very contagious. And, you know, I don't get sick a whole lot. I honestly don't. I mean, I have, you know, my ear issues, and I'm, as a 42-year-old man, you know, I have those aches and pains and stuff. But as far as actually getting viruses and sick stuff, it doesn't happen very often. But when I do get sick, I get sick. And that was very much the case with this flu. I was down completely for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I was just all but bedridden. Couldn't get out of bed. If I got out of bed, I was hurting. And so I'd use the bathroom or take some more meds or eat a quick choke down a snack and then go back and get more rest. Not everybody's getting it that extreme though, but it is definitely not something you want to play around with. I would rather have COVID than the flu any given day of the week. So, but that's just my 2 cents. Now, on the bright side, now that I got that out of the way, we can start focusing on getting better so that we can feature, so I can catch some of these live bands. And we've got a couple of big shows coming up this next couple of weeks that we've been talking about on the show. Now, before we get to those, it is Rocklahoma renewals, folks. They opened up noon last Monday. They are running through February 10th, which is next week. And what these renewals are is this is your period, this is your time to renew the passes that you had last year, or the previous year. Hopefully everybody got their emails. If you didn't, you should still be able to go in or just give Sharon and them a call or email. Email is best. They are bombarded by, they're handling tens of thousands of reservations all at once for not one but 2 music festivals that they've got coming up at Labor Day weekend and a couple of weeks later. So shoot them an email if you're having any issues with renewing your passes. Now, first of all, you're going to renew your pass if you went last year. If you want to upgrade, this is the time, and you have a designated area in those renewals for you to opt to upgrade. And there's a lot of different passes. There's a lot of different packages Not all VIP packages are the same. You've got a base VIP that includes a seat. You also have GA VIP, which is the pit area in front of the stage, and you can add on reserve seating if you would like. There's also Groupie and Rockstar, and I mean they've got a lot of great stuff packages depending on what your budget is. But the bigger your budget, the more of an experience you are going to have. And trust me, we've been in all of the different areas, and it is definitely worth the money. Now, what will happen after February 10th? Well, those renewals closed, and they will begin preparing for the general sale. Now, when the general sale happens, that's when we're going to see our lineup, usually. Now, they are also using a different ticketing company this year. I think some of you may have noticed. I can't pronounce it. It's like Vivenu or something like that. They listened. They heard your response. Not everybody was happy with the ticketing place they used last year, so they switched it up and trying to give you guys what you want. So hopefully everybody had a better renewal process this year. Remember, folks, Rocklahoma is Labor Day weekend. So if you don't have your passes now, there is a payment plan option available, so you can finance those, and you don't have to bite all of that cost up front. So once again, you've got till midnight on February 10th to renew your passes. Now, if you got your email and you log in and you're missing anything, maybe you get multiple campsites, maybe you get multiple passes and all of that stuff. Well, go ahead and give them a holler to the box office, and they can make sure that you get your package correctly. Yeah, the fees are a little bit. That was a tough pill to swallow. But on the bright side, to offset those fees, they did not increase the passes this year. Which, if any of you have been going for more than 5 or 6 years, you know that they go up almost $50, $60 every year. So. Looks like the inflation paused a little bit to offset those fees, which were, ouch. Now, with that being said, folks, a couple of weeks later will be Born and Raised Country Music Festival. So if you got a little twang when you sang and you got that red dirt in your blood, it is an amazing music festival. I have been covering Born and Raised since its inception in 2018. Of course, we had that COVID year, which we're not going to count, but that one got canceled. So they came back, and they made their debut the following year and absolutely killed it. And the crowd and the community at that festival is just evolving, and every year is that much better. I can't wait to see what they do for Born and Raised 2025. Speaking of, we got a really cool thing. I'll tell you what, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. We've been talking, I'm a little bit late on getting the live stream, and I feel weird that I haven't played music by this time on a Monday night. So bear with me. We don't have fancy graphics and stuff. As you guys know, we were struggling to go live on time tonight, so I wasn't able to get you something fancy to look at. But turn your ears up. Put those ear pods in and turn up the volume. Let's celebrate some Still Knocked with Seamless.
Looking out my window, everything seems to be the same. I want to kiss so softly. Why do things always
And that was the brand spanking new track from Still Not, Seamless. Thank you so much, Still Not, for rocking the box. And folks, give them some love. Studio audience, let's see those reacts pour in. We appreciate you folks. They are one of the hardest working bands I know of. They are always out pumping out new music, and we appreciate them for including us and giving us, letting us be their platform as they release new music and give it to you fine folks. You know, we were talking a little bit about Rocklahoma, and there's a couple weeks later, Born and Raised Country Music Festival comes into play. Now, just recently, I finally got all of the last of the, we'll just call them the lost interviews. You see, as a lot of you know, we've had some computer issues. We've had some technical difficulties around here. And one of those included my hard drive frying that had a bunch of my stuff on it. So now that I finally was able to retrieve that information, props to being a nerd, just saying, saves you a lot of money. I finally got all of those Born and Raised interviews uploaded to YouTube. So if you love you some country music, all you got to do is head on over to Surviving Rocklahoma on YouTube, and you can see all of my interviews with the artists that played at Born and Raised Country Music Festival. Now, while you are on that YouTube channel, you can also catch out my other interviews that we did at Rocklahoma 2024. We did almost a dozen interviews, including me sitting down with these folks as well as networking. And you can also catch Angel's photos on Photography by Angel Lee. So we've got some other things that we've been meaning to cover. Let's see where we at. I dropped my notes a second ago. Now, we were talking about this Born and Raised Country Festival. Now, I know not a lot of you are big on country, and that's fine, everybody. I mean, everybody. I'm not going to make that joke. He might come after me. We are also going to be doing an upcoming country episode. We haven't done one in a while. Been talking about doing it for a couple of months now. We're going to air a couple of those interviews I captured, and the reason I'm talking about all of this is the fine folks that help with. Let me rewind that. The fine folks from Jason Boland and the Stragglers have reached out, and we are going to be sitting down with Jason Boland here probably next month sometime and have a chat with him and catch up with him and see what music he's got coming up. I know he's got a big album coming out. So for you country folks, this is definitely one you're going to want to see, because we are going to give it the full treatment. We're going to feature some up-and-coming local country artists, a couple that, you know, we sat down with at Born and Raised. We'll also see if we can catch up with the fine folks at Can't Fuck Around and Find Out, who hosts an amazing party. I mean, this thing is huge at Born and Raised, and you cannot miss it. I'm so proud of those folks to see what they have put together out there. So with that being said, we do have some events coming up. You know, we've been talking a lot about this Blacktop Mojo show that is going on at the Shrine this weekend, featuring Blacktop Mojo with Braden Stewart and Dime Store Riot, Crimson Love, and it's going to be an amazing show. I'm going to do my best to make it out there. A couple of weeks after that, the following week, we'll be at the Bowman Twin for Gravehuffer, Paralytic, Neanderthal Jones of Faustian Bargain, Project Eclipse, Soul Link, BFR, $25, all ages. This is a Saint Anger production, and it's their first one. I am so excited about going to this show, guys. We're going to be hosting, so that's going to be fun. We're going to be up there hyping you all up and jamming out, rocking out with our locks out, Can't wait. And this, folks, is going to be a heavy show. So stretch. I don't know if you guys have to pregame the super, super heavy stuff and be ready for your your neck to be all locked up from headbanging the following night. It's going to be a bit epic show. I can't wait, y'all. We've also got a few other shows coming up. Let me pull up my calendar here. While I am doing that, sound off in the comments. Let me know some shows that are coming up that you are interested. What's on your radar? I saw some really cool ones coming up. Let me get back to it. Had to close out a bunch of windows when I was fighting with the stream to get it to go live. There we go. All right, so this Friday we got Brigade, Bad Frogs Rising, and Bison live at Incom. That's in Normand. We already mentioned the Blacktop Mojo. This Saturday is KMOD presents Theory of a Dead Man Unplugged. Oh, I want to go see that one. That's going to be a hell of a show, really, honestly. Also this Saturday, Pariah System and Cresthaven and Friends will be playing at the Vanguard at 8 p.m. Also at the Vanguard, February 22nd, Crimson Love will be playing. We featured him here on the show a couple of times. A good friend, and in a million years, let me tell you, I've been doing this show for 10 years now, and I've got a lot of things that I absolutely love doing this show for, and one of my favorite things about doing this is I get to meet the stars, meet the musicians that I've been listening to my whole life, and then you get to run into these folks, and then you turn out and you meet them, and some of these folks are just genuinely nice, generous people. One of those folks, Josie Scott, he's Josie Scott's new metal revival featuring Edema and Core will be at the Venue Shrine on the 23rd, also featuring, looks like, Fist of Rage. So, yeah, definitely get out and see Josie Scott anytime you see him playing. A great guy, great musician, and he carries a lot of experience with him. Looks like there's also going to be an Ozzy Osbourne tribute band, the Ozulation, at the Shrine March 7th at 7 p.m. We got a lot of events coming up, and let's see, if you would like to go to one of those events, be sure you're checking out the podcast. And speaking of these events that are coming in, we've got a giveaway. So we have a lot of folks that have been supporting this show through stars and the Stars Wars. Now, what those are is every Facebook live stream, you have the ability to send stars. And what those are, little bits, little pieces of currency. That's how we monetize the show. Since we play so much live music, we get flagged a lot. And that also causes a lot of stream issues, as you guys have seen in the last couple of weeks. But because we get flagged so much, we can't monetize each of these episodes, so it doesn't matter how many thousand views we get, it doesn't really make anything off of it. So the Stars Wars, buying that merch, and by the generous support of our proud sponsors, that's how we support the show. Now, what we do is use those Stars Wars as a chance for you all to compete for prizes. Now, if you want to take the shortcut, all you got to do is subscribe to the Facebook page for $4.99, cancel anytime, and you're automatically entered for all of those drawings. But with that being said, I like to take the top stars senders from each show, and then at the end of the month, we reward the top stars sender. And for the month of January, we have our winner. Congratulations, Miss Lori Brass. Badass Brass, Lori Brass. So, Miss Lori Brass, you have won a pair of passes to the Grave Huffer show at the Bowman Twin. You will, I'll get with you after the show and we will figure out the logistics of it. But congratulations, girls. Congratulations, girl. You won Grave Huffer tickets at the Bowman Twin. I've got 2 passes for you. That's a $50 value. And you're going to be there to see me host the show, as well as you're going to be hitting some of these, heavy hitters. So congratulations, Lori. Thank you so much, everybody, for your participation in the Stars Wars, as that very much helps to keep the show afloat. And while Lori is celebrating her new passes, I feel it's time. You know what? Let's go ahead and feature some more music. And you can catch this band this weekend. We feature them on the show regularly. They're just that good. You guys love them. You shoot us emails and you say, hey, give me some more of DSR. Well, I tell you what, here it is. Dime Store Riot. Slowly but surely we got there. That was Dime Store Riot. Give them some love, y'all. Yes, we feature them regularly here on the show because they're just that good. We absolutely love all the folks at Dime Store Riot. We can't wait to see your show this weekend at the Shrine. You can still get your tickets. Once again, that's Blacktop Mojo, Crimson Love, and the band you just watched, Dime Store Riot, at the Shrine this weekend. And then next weekend, we've got the Gravehuffer show at the Bowman Twin. And next Monday is going to be a very special episode. We are going to sit down with and having ourselves a little interview with one of the guys that are going to be playing here next week at the Bowman Twin. And hopefully we'll be having them with us right here next week. Excuse me. But let me make sure I don't have any other notes for y'all. Nope, that looks like it's it. That is our upcoming shows. Now, remember, folks, we will be putting together, it's for our first ever live show. And I am so excited. Now, it's not going to be a live podcast. I'm talking our own live event, concert, cool flyer, and everything. We've got some proud sponsors that are chomping at the bit to be a part of it as we celebrate 10 years in podcasting. And every time I say it, it blows my mind. And I can't wait to see what we got going next. We are not showing any signs of slowing down. Well, I might be, but the show isn't. And we're going to be expanding to those country episodes in the coming weeks as well. Now that I've got the Mayhem machine fixed, I can actually play video games again. So now we need to do some live streams on Twitch. So that's something also to be watching here in the coming weeks, as I'm going to be playing a couple of games over on Twitch. Now, we also need a soundtrack. So if you bands would like your music featured in those game streams in the background while we are slashing through hordes of bad guys or riding dinosaurs or building survival huts or whatever it is we're doing this week, make sure that you check us out over on Twitch. And we are excited to start bringing some more game streams. Those game streams are brought to you by Rockavet. Let's see where we are. There we go. So remember, folks, if you would like your music featured here on the podcast, it is simple. All you got to do is submit your music. But before I tell you how to do that, we like to wrap up each and every show by first and foremost just saying thank you. Thank you for spending your Monday night with us. Thank you for tuning in to the show and rocking out in the comments with us. We are so happy to see all of our Rocklahoma friends and family joining us in the comments as we celebrate local music here in our area of northeastern Oklahoma and abroad. With that being said, if you would like your music featured on the show, it's simple. All you got to do is submit your music. SurvivingRocklahoma@gmail.com. Do me a favor, folks. Include me a little bit of a bio. Just a small, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where you guys hailing from? What got you all into music, and what's your music about? Include a high quality music track or video so that we can represent your band as best as we can here on the show. And if you're going to be playing in the next coming couple of weeks, or you've got gigs coming up, include those as well. We'd like to let everybody know where to go so we can enjoy some live music and rock out to that music. Where we at? Okay. Also, Remember to like, follow, and subscribe. It doesn't matter where you are consuming our content or watching the show or just listening to it. Remember to hit that like, follow, and subscribe button. Those numbers do matter. We also want to thank our sponsors once again, DEB Concerts at your service rentals, and Rockavet. Remember, folks, Rockavet, they are doing the code words through the 4th of July, and this week's code word is victory. So if you haven't wrote that down, if you're keeping track, this week's keyword is victory. Hang on to those. Now, the person with the most correct keywords around the 4th of July, whenever they do the giveaway, that they're going to get themselves a GA Rocklahoma pass. And the last couple of years, we've had our own passes to give away. So also be on the lookout right here on Surviving Rocklahoma. We also, speaking of, we want to give a shout out to our own Rebel Angel of Photography by Angel Lee, who will be taking our photographs for us this year at Rocklahoma. And you can catch all of her photos from Rock the Equinox, Rock the River, and Rocklahoma. All those photos are up now on her Facebook page, Photography by Angel Lee. Once again, folks, we got a lot of love for the Rocklahoma bitches and the AKA the Redneck bitches, as they are proud to keep the mood light and keep the hype going. These girls are proud to support the show, and we are proud to support them as they continue to be the unofficial cheerleaders of the Rocklahoma community. We also want to give a busload of love to the Big Old Bus, who brings a busload of debauchery to Rocklahoma, and they've got a ton of events that they're working on for this year. So be on the lookout for this year's Rocklahoma Survival Guide. We should actually, now that renewals have opened up, head on over to the Rocklahoma Campgrounds Map Facebook group, because we are going to start getting the map ready for the 2025 year. And we're going to be revamping the best campsite contest. And so we'll have all of those details in live streams to come. Also want to give a lot of love to Metalcore Clothing, Lacey and Jeremy Knight, a veteran-owned business, as well as ran by a former Miss Rocklahoma in her own right. Lacey and Jeremy do some amazing work and have some amazing threads, courtesy of Metalcore Clothing. You can get our shirts that were produced by them, our Mayhem logo, as well as proud member of My Local Music Scene t-shirts. Shoot us an email with your size and we can get you some threads. And you know what, folks? I just got a little bit left, as I've been partaking during the breaks, as we are supposed to do. So before we round out tonight's show, we actually got everything through and didn't have any interruptions. So that's always cause for a cheers. So with that being said, folks, on behalf of Prior Liquors, Wines, and Spirits, cheers, everybody. Ooh, I think I need some more lightning limonada. That stuff's pretty good. And that does it for this show, folks. Now, we all know there's been a lot of stuff going on in the world today, and I'm not going to get into it. I avoid those topics like grim death, like COVID, just mainly because they're very divisive, and that's one of the thing I do want to comment tonight is I do see a lot of division in our nation, and regardless of how you all feel about anything, just remember that they are two wings of the same bird. We are united we fall, united we stand, divided we fall. And regardless of what is going on in the world, we all have to stand together. We have to have humility and humanity for each other. And while we may not agree on the bigger picture and a lot of the bigger things, we can still be decent human beings and treat each other like the brothers and sisters that we are. Because at the end of the day, we are all that we have is each other. So be kind to each other, folks, and stay on the positive side of life. And until next time, rock on.